What comes to your mind when I mention the words economic history? Economics? Boring. Money? Thought this was a history channel. Yes, this is a history channel. But there is one important event in global economic history that has shaped our global economic environment, and it's something that you should know about. The Bretton Woods Conference, on Moments in Minutes. There were many efforts made during the 20th century to create a successful international monetary system, particularly at the end of the Second World War. Important economic lessons had been learned, particularly from Germany's rise during the interwar years. Due to enforced reparation payments for World War I and trade restrictions imposed during the Great Depression that suppressed global output and caused massive unemployment in many countries. Added to this was the affirmation from many countries to solve financial problems through capitalism, and the expectation that governments would improve growth and employment through welfare programs. In an effort to rebuild the international economic system in the aftermath of the Second World War, 730 representatives from 44 countries gathered at Bretton Woods, New Hampshire in the United States on the 1st of July 1944. The Bretton Woods Conference lasted for 21 days, during which the Bretton Woods System was established. This set rules to regulate the international monetary system. Three important institutions were also set up during the conference. The International Monetary Fund was created to help countries in financial need with short-term monetary aid. The World Bank was established to provide loans and assistance to developing countries. At the conference, there were also attempts made to create an international trade organisation. However, this failed, and in place of this, after the conference came the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade. GATT regulated international trade and removed trade restrictions. It would eventually morph into the World Trade Organization that was established in 1995. The Bretton Woods Conference was possibly the most important event in the development of modern economics, and continues to inform global economic systems. For those who travel or do business internationally, you may have wondered why the standard exchange rate is measured against the United States dollar. This system began at Bretton Woods. Before Bretton Woods, many countries kept reserves of gold, not money, and settled accounts in gold. However, during the early 20th century, many countries began to fix their currencies to the US dollar instead of gold. With the United States owning 2/3 of the world's gold reserves at the time of the conference, the United States pushed for an internationally accepted exchange system which relied on both gold and the US dollar, and this was accepted and ratified by all the participating countries. This system lasted until October 1976, when the international monetary system changed to pure fiat money, based on the US dollar. This coincided with another important development in modern economics, the move from regulated markets to neoliberalism, a system which rejected government intervention in markets and gave markets free rein to regulate themselves. This shift to neoliberalism was based on the belief that by eliminating trade restrictions and removing state intervention, economic prosperity and growth could be achieved for all people. The institutions that are the foundation of the Bretton Woods system, the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, continue to play significant roles in the modern global economy. As many Western countries were beginning to embrace neoliberalism, the Organisation for Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC, decided to increase the price of oil in 1973. While wealthier nations were able to see off these price hikes, poorer nations were continually struggling to keep pace. With these nations requesting financial help, the IMF and the World Bank began turning away from developing European countries and toward the Third World. As a result, they emerged from the 1970s much different and more powerful organisations by spreading the Bretton Woods System beyond the First World. Such is their influence that Third World economics and the IMF and the World Bank are now intimately intertwined. Thank you so much for your time today. Moments in Minutes is a channel dedicated to making history more accessible to you, the modern day scholar. We give you the what and the how, and more importantly, the why of history. Why it matters and why it's important to you. If you have any historical events that you would like me to cover in future videos, please leave a comment in the section below. And don't forget to subscribe to Moments in Minutes, creating history every week.